What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll go right back to Garindo. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's Garindo again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
That's right.
Handoff headed right. It's Garindo. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
Fits it through the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up first down.
Crowd right. Set.
Working inside the red zone. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it sets up second down. Herbert from the gun. Connection made to Coleman. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out. Here's Brooks. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
21. Let's go.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Buckle up, it's third and goal.
21.
Herbert now. He's got it. And he's in. Touchdown. The Monarchs pull out in front further. 13-zip. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Monarchs drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10.
Oh, right.
Now a give to Garindo. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
It's taken in by Lamb. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That one gains 7. And that'll give him a first down. From the gun, Stroud. He's on the move. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hey, south.
Stroud off the play fake. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Recovered by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set.
Now an inside handoff to Brooks. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. And we're back. Road offense out there and set. Let's get the second quarter started. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. From the 21. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Working the sideline, that's Coleman. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that gives them the first.
Set.
Herbert. Intercepted in the end zone. Jermaine Pratt picks it.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
All right. Why Tony? Good eye.
Stroud throwing here on first. On target to Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Has him on the quick hitter. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. Scooped up by the defense. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Oh boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end too. Yeah,
bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. Right, they find those ball security culprits and they take advantage.
Has a hole left, room to run. He does it, touchdown. The Monarchs take a 20-zip lead. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Monarchs stretch their lead to 21.
Golden Eagles, nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Escapes the pocket. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
The QBs today so adept at doing just this, buying themselves enough time and finding a target. The problem on this one, just not the throw he needed to make the completion.
Trying an inside give to Garindo. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Oh, ready.
On the give, it's Garindo. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
South. Look the hot.
Running back sent in motion left.
Hey.
First down, Stroud. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious...
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Golden Eagles fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the option, they give it to Brooks. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute, convert on these 3rd downs.
So on 4th down, it's going to be Cameron Johnston out to put a charge into this one. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And the fair catch is made just about a yard or 2 short of midfield. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Oh, ready.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. The Golden Eagles make it a one-score game before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Gotta have a better plan if you bring it out of the end zone. Barely anything on that return.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you could give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Buggy. Hey, uno more. Tonight.
Here's Stroud. He'll get this one to Watkins. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 1. Connection made to Isaac Gurindo. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15.
Uno. Ow, for tonight. 19 Texas. Hey, south.
Stroud. Out left, Worthy makes the ground. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Why, Tony?
Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And in for the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Golden Eagles take a slim 2-point lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Back to the air, Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for it. It's Herbert. He's trying to push the field. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Now it's Stroud. Getting out to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So they'll decline this and take the results. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So after we saw 4th down last snap, now we've got 1st and goal. He finds him right side. He has the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there, just 11 seconds remaining.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Go, man. Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
Second and 10. Herbert trying again. He puts some power on a deep one left. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by their rookie from Michigan. And the Golden Eagles will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
All right.
Now give to Garindo, running left. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 11.
From the gun, Stroud. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds, too. Great work. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it'll give him a first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Garindo running between the tackles. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He's got Bellinger. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
19 Texas.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Big gain downfield. Touchdown. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in, right? Higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. Oh, it's It's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for two.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route. When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a two-point conversion.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete out to the right. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Willie Cooker with the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 27. Completes this one to Chase. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They're set up at the 35 now. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here's second and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play. You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. On 4th down, they snap it to Herbert. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, let's go. Play.
Looking to throw, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Shotgun now for Stroud. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And not his best punt here. He drives it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Oh, his back's got it deep down the left sideline. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Herbert on first down. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 8. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Now Herbert again. And they give to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Receiver in motion going left. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Taking a deep shot here. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Golden Eagles make it a 24-point ball game.
45. Monarchs 21.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Golden Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Oh, right.
On the carry, it's Garindo. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Hey, south.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another 2nd to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
3rd and long for him here. Chased out to his right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it. Here in the third quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Not a good return. They bring him down just beyond the 10. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's been a great time at the stadium for this crowd. Their side has turned this into a blowout as we start the 4th. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Herbert from the gun. He lets a heater go deep. Middle of the field. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Has it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. A tight end in motion now. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense in the hurry up here. Herbert back to throw. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. The Monarchs putting up points in a game decided. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Offense not going anywhere. They want 2. Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. Oh, and the kicking team's got it! Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag.
On the quick, right?
From the gun, here's a handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And they'll have 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Trying it left side with Garindo. Room to run inside the 20. And they finally get to him at the 15. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Hey, uno Mars.
From the gun, Stroud. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! The Golden Eagles keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. This one taken in by Chase. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And they're going to have a 1st down.
Ray. Hey, go Lion. Ready?
Herbert now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Hey, Ram.
Back to the air, Herbert. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Herbert to throw once more. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. They bring Johnston in motion. Herbert here, 3rd and long. They bring the pressure, down he goes! We've reached the 2-minute warning in Mexico City. Monarchs hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. 4th and forever coming up. They snap it to Herbert. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff to Garindo. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Already.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. He gets 3 on the run, and now a couple of options for him on fourth down.
Hey, uno. Already. 19 Texas.
Throwing is Stroud. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on fourth down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Now a give to Garindo. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, let's go.
Lone back gets the handoff. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Back to the well again. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any